Hello, everyone. My name is Brenda LaStella. Welcome to this yoga class. Today, we're just going to move. I think sometimes as a yoga teacher, I'm trying too hard to try to bring you a meditative focus when sometimes, personally, my personal yoga practice is really more about moving and resetting, letting things go that came before my yoga practice and moving, and whatever's coming next, just being present to reset and move my body, work out the kinks of maybe sitting and writing, studying, whatever, working, whatever it is that you may be doing. Maybe it's just like, I just want to get up and move. So we're just going to get up and move. Okay. So I wanted to get a little closer to the camera this time because I know you're always watching me talk from less than 4 feet away. But it's amazing how much 4 feet can bring me closer to you so you see my face, because I don't want to be faceless to you. I want you to know that I care about you, your practice, and I hope that what I bring for you today is beneficial for you to just move, get your physical workout in and a reset from whatever came before in preparation for whatever comes after this. Okay, so I'm going to go to my mat and I'll see you there. Okay, sitting on your mat, take a comfortable seat, and let's just take a couple of centering breaths. Take a nice, long, deep inhale in. You can close your eyes if that's helps you pull out the distractions of your eyes, so you can just, not kind of like let go of whatever was going on before this. Maybe you were working, or you picked up the kids from school and dropped them off someplace else, and you just got enough time to get a workout in. Here you go. Um, uh, that's not what I want to say. Okay, here we are. Take a comfortable seat, sit up nice and tall. Make sure that your sit bones are rooted and grounded. Close your eyes. Getting nice and long through the side body as you root the tail down, root the sit bones, and reach through the crown. Making sure that you're not leaning forward or leaning too far back, that you're feeling that center plumb line of your body. And just take a few deep breaths in, connecting with your Ujjayi breathing. Inhale and exhale. Inhale nice and deep, charging up the body with the breath, and exhale completely, letting all the air out. Do that again. Inhale nice and deep, filling up the lungs in every direction, and exhale completely. Letting go of anything that was maybe difficult during the day, difficult conversations or difficult situations. Let that be in the past, and choose to be present for this moment, to move through a sequence that will be um, helpful for resetting yourself for whatever comes next. Bring your hands to heart. Give thanks for this moment that you have to just move and be free to move. Our bodies are wonderful things and they do need to move. Being sedentary actually can slow down our immune system, our circulatory system to where everything starts to feel sluggish. So be thankful for the gift of movement in the body that was created to move. Take one more deep breath in and exhale. And let's come to all fours for cat and cow. We'll start with cat and cow. Start to warm up the spine and the belly. You can either have your toes tucked or pointed. Make sure your hands are making good contact with your mat. Do not turn your elbows up. Turn your elbows forward, collarbones wide, neck is long, shoulder blades on your back. And I want you to feel that your tailbone is reaching toward the back and back behind you, and your crown is reaching forward. Inhale, arch the back for cow and round the back for cat. Inhale, arch the back and exhale, round the back. Inhale, arch the back. Exhale, round the back, pull the belly into spine. Inhale, arch the back. And exhale, round the back. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. And you can pedal out the feet here or rock the hips back and forth, bring some lubrication into the joints, the ankles, the knees, the hips. Feel everything connecting and moving. And then find some stillness in your down dog. And let's check in. Make sure that you're rooted and grounded from the hands. Make sure every the knuckle of the index finger is making good contact with your mat. Your fingertips are all pressing. They're making contact. You don't want your fingers lifting up and putting extra stress into the wrists. Okay. So your hands are nice and rooted. Then check in with your feet. Make sure that you're not favoring the outside of the foot, that you're pressing down through the ball of the foot and through the inner heel as well. If your toes, if you can't reach your heels, that's fine. If you need to bend your knees, that's fine. Most important is that you're doing your best to get the contact, evenness. Send the inner thighs back. That'll widen the pelvis. Shoulder blades out of the ears. Inhale, bend the knees, and exhale, step forward. Inhale, long spine, and exhale, fold. Drop the head, drop the crown. Inhale, sweep up, reach up. Thank God for this moment to get to move, and exhale, bring your hands to heart. Inhale, sweep your arms up over your head. Exhale and fold. Drop the head. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, step back to plank. Inhale in plank and lower to the floor. Inhale, cobra. Come to hands and knees and push back to downward facing dog. 3 breaths.
Check in that you've got good, you're supporting yourself well in the down dog. Breathing nice and deep. Inhale, bend the knees and step forward or hop forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. And pause. Find center. Tadasana can be one of the hardest places to be, but also the bravest space to be. I think we underestimate the importance of just standing and finding the center. You may feel that little bit of sway as your body tries to orient itself with the middle. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, dive forward, touch the floor. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, step to plank and lower to chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep up. And exhale, hands to heart. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, sweep up. And fold. Long spine. Step to plank. And lower. Cobra. Downward facing dog. Step forward. Inhale, come all the way up. Hands to prayer. Continuing, inhale, sweep up. Exhale and fold, move with the breath. Inhale, lengthen. Step. Lower. Elbows in. Shoulder blades on the back for cobra. Downward facing dog. Inhale, raise the right leg up behind you. Keeping the hips even. Bring knee to nose. Pause. Inhale. And exhale, place that foot down, drop the back knee. Inhale to low lunge. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back to plank and lower. Left leg up behind you. Bring knee to nose, hold. Place that foot down, drop the back knee, low lunge, inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back to plank and lower. And downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up behind you, knee to nose. Place the foot down, drop the back knee, low lunge. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back to plank. Lower. Cobra. Downward facing dog. If I say cobra and you want to do up dog, please do. Inhale, lift the left leg up behind you, knee to nose. Place the foot down, back knee down, low lunge. Exhale, hands to the floor, and step back, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Bend the knees and step forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep up. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, step to plank. And lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Raise that right leg up behind you. Turn and open the hip. Keeping strong in both arms. And come back through for high lunge. Inhale, high lunge. Hands to your heart. And let's take a twist. Left elbow to right knee. Keep your hips up high. Okay, keep your hips even, rooted. You want to send that inner thigh of the back leg up. And you can turn the heart. So you're not turning in the waist, you're turning in the ribs. Inhale, exhale, hands to the floor, and downward facing dog. Inhale, lift that left leg up behind you, turn and open. Come back through for, bring that left foot forward, sorry. Inhale to high lunge. Exhale, hands to heart. And then twist. Right elbow to left knee. This side's harder for me. Everybody's got one that's a little bit more challenging. Keep the left hip sucked in. Pull it in. Don't let it hang out. You want to keep everything in alignment. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back to plank. And lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Bend the knees. Step or hop forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale and fold. Inhale, sweep up. And exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, step to plank or lower chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift that right leg up behind you, knee to nose. Place the foot down for low lunge. Inhale, sweep up. And exhale, hands to the floor. Step back for downward dog. Lift that right leg up behind you. Turn and open the hip. Come back through. Place that right foot down for high lunge. Exhale, hands to heart and twist. Keeping the hips up. Get long through the waistline. Tailbone's rooted toward the back heel. And the crown is reaching forward. And exhale, hands to the floor. Step back to plank and lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog.
And exhale, downward facing dog. Lift that left leg up behind you. Pull knee to nose. Place that foot down, low lunge. Inhale. And exhale, hands to the floor. Back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift that leg, left leg up behind you, turn and open. And then bring that foot through for high lunge. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, hands to heart and twist. Back heel is high. You're up on the toes. Inhale, step to plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Open the feet just a little bit for Malasana or garland pose. Hands at your heart. I like to keep my, I'm going to turn facing you. So your foot placement is where you can put your feet. Some people like them further apart or closer together. I always ask that your knees line up with your second toes. So if your second toes are just slightly turned out, your knees should not be out further or turned in. Also, do your best to root down. So if you want, you can take your arms on top of your knees and reach the tail down and lengthen the spine. This is very grounding and rooting. Nice, long, deep breaths. On the next exhale, come out of that, make your feet parallel and fold, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot forward, turn and ground the back foot for warrior two. Lengthen through the side body, root tail to the floor, crown reaching up, arms reaching out, collarbones wide, shoulder blades on your back. You can turn and look over that right hand. Inhale, reverse warrior. You can have your hand down on your left thigh, or you can wrap it around and bind, grabbing that right thigh. And exhale, come to a simple side angle pose. Turn the heart up just a little bit. You're turning the right side of the heart up so you get a nice long line from the tips of the fingers all the way to the heel of that left foot. Inhale, come up, warrior two. And exhale, turn the right toes forward and hold on to the hips with a flat back, fold forward. Dropping the head to the ground. Do not lock your knees. If you need to move your feet in closer together, do so. You can bring your hands to the floor and pause. A wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, come up. You can turn toward the front and step back to plank and lower chaturanga. Inhale, cobra up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog.
Take a breath, settle in. Left foot forward, turn and ground the back foot. Warrior two. Strong and long. Get nice and wide through the lower back. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. Reaching nice and long. Turn the left heart up, left side of the heart up. Inhale back to warrior two. And exhale, hands to the floor. Step back to plank and lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to do that again and add on. Right foot forward, turn and ground the back foot, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. And exhale, side angle. Straighten that front leg, grabbing the shin, or use a block for triangle. Can reach that arm over the ear. Exhale, hands to the floor, and step back, downward facing dog. A couple of breaths here. Left foot forward, turn and ground the back foot, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, straighten that front leg for triangle. Shoulder blades are on the back. You can turn it into Utthita Trikonasana, stretching that right arm over your ear if it's there for you. Inhale and exhale, hands to the floor. Step back to plank and lower. Cobra or up dog, and downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, step or jump forward and fold. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, come to seated, and come into butterfly pose. I call it butterfly pose. It's like a butterfly pattern. Yeah, cobbler's pose. I call it butterfly pose. I don't know why. Cobbler pose. Getting nice and tall, whether your feet are away from you or closer in. It's up to you. You can hold on to the feet, bringing your forearms to your lower legs. But I want you to keep the chest open and try not to over round to collapse in. You are moving to get energy, and I don't want you to collapse. Keep the chest open and wide in your forward fold. It's not about how far you go, but keeping the integrity of the length through the spine. Slow down your breathing. The hard work is done. Maybe close your eyes. Don't stare down your feet. Soften up. Soften your face. Soften your jaw. Inhale, come up. Send the right leg out, keeping the right heel in toward the groin. Keeping your sit bones rooted, bring your right arm to your right leg and bring the left hand to the back of your head for a side bend. Now, I don't want you to think about so much about your right side as it is opening up the length from the hip up through the shoulder and through the ribs, getting that. So don't have your, instead of having your, trying to reach this way to go far, I want you to keep the chest open because it's really about rooting this left sit bone down and getting long. If you want to reach the arm over your ear, that's fine. Otherwise, you can keep the boundary for your head. So you keep your head in line with the spine, breathing deep into the left side of your body. Inhale, come up and switch your legs, sending the left foot out. Make sure your knee is facing up, your toes are facing up. You can begin to come to sending your body over to the left side, hand behind your head, rooting this right sit bone down, and getting long through the right side body, breathing deep into the side ribs. You can send that arm straight over the ear if it's there for you. If you can reach the toes, I don't think I'm going to go that far today. Keep your jaw soft. Let every breath allow you to go a little bit longer, deeper. Inhale, come up. Lie on your back, feet on the floor, knees bent. And pause, bring your hands to your belly and just let the knees touch and pause for a minute. Let the back line of your body settle down. Shoulder blades are down on the back of your ribs. Keeping your left foot on the floor, let's bring the right foot up for happy baby, half happy baby. Something I don't do often. Now, when you're in this half happy baby, don't let your body roll over onto the right side. Keep the sacrum on the floor, that flat bone of your pelvis, of your low back. You want that to stay on the floor, the tailbones reaching toward the front of the mat, and you're bringing the knee in toward that shoulder, toward the floor, without letting the tailbone come way. Your tailbone needs to reach toward the front of the room. If you are in this position and your tailbone's rolling up and the lower back is flattening down, please hold the back of the knee instead so that you can keep the integrity of the low back. You don't go any further by forcing yourself to do it in a way that is not feasible for your body. And then if you can, reach that left foot forward like you're standing on it. So your foot is flexed, the heel is grounded and rooted onto the mat.
the inner thigh is rolling down. So it feels like the thigh is equally, inner and outer thigh is lengthening out from the pelvis. Take a couple of deep breaths here. I know it's challenging. And on your next exhale, bring both feet to the floor and pause. Let the knees knock in, hands on the belly. Close your eyes. I think a lot of times we try to move with too much grit. We're holding on, thinking that holding in is going to help us move. And it's actually when we let go that we find more freedom in our movement. Keeping the right foot on the floor, bring the left foot into half happy baby. And pause. Remember, if all you can do is hold on to the knee and bring the knee into the chest, that's good. Don't let your left foot be lazy. You want that nice and flexed. And when you're ready, you can bring that right foot straight out toward the end of your mat, keeping the inner and outer thigh rooted and grounded. Heel is grounded. Take a couple more deep breaths here. Let the foot go. Let the knees be bent and knees in, knocking in. And pause again. Let the lower belly settle down. Hug the knees into chest. Come into a nice tight ball. Inhale. And exhale. Let it all go and come into Shavasana. Set yourself up comfortably. We'll be here for at least a minute of just nice quiet and pause. Let your belly settle down. Let your legs settle. Notice if you're holding any tension in your body and let it go. Let the jaw get soft. Let your eyes rest back. And let the breath be easy. If you can stay longer for Shavasana, I invite you to do so. Otherwise, start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Maybe rock your legs in and out. Bend your knees and roll to one side and pause. On your next inhale, lift yourself to seated. Simple seat. Pause, close your eyes. Bring your hands to heart. Give thanks for this practice. Be grateful to God for your body and for the gift of the moving body that you have. Thank you for practicing with me. Have a blessed day, afternoon, evening, whenever you're practicing this. I hope that you feel blessed and moved and encouraged today. Thank you for practicing with me. Be blessed.